Have you ever felt the pain and frustration of wanting to travel more, to create new lifelong memories, to chase your dreams, but have been held back by financial barriers? Let's face it, we have all scrolled through our social feeds, watching others explore the world and felt the longing to be there, and also felt the pain of missing out. Well, that's all about to change. We found the number one secret the travel industry has been hiding from the public for years and does not want you to know. And once we share it with you, you'll see how discovering the secret will give you access to a world of possibilities you have never known before. What you and others don't know is the number one travel industry secret is there are two types of travel pricing, and you have only ever had access to one: retail. And we all know retail pricing is as expensive as it gets. Upsetting, right? So now, let us introduce you to Vacabee Voyage, a new innovative company and movement that gives consumers access to wholesale travel pricing up to 80% off retail price, and is ushering in a new era of the travel industry. You see, unlike the other booking companies, we are not investing billions of dollars a year into marketing because we believe in something different, something incredible. We believe and are investing in you, in your journey. Instead of paying for expensive TV commercials and ads, we rely on our satisfied customers to help spread the news of our travel revolution. And in return, we are able to pass along the absolute lowest prices to our community. But that's not all. We've created the most remarkable travel rewards program you have ever seen, and with one mission in mind: to help our members be able to travel without spending money. And we are happy to say that we succeeded. Imagine this. You save big on your travels with your membership, and then you have the power to share those savings. You can invite your loved ones, your community, your followers to try the platform for free. And spreading the joy of travel, they are able to enjoy half of all the overall savings. And the other half, we give it back to you as travel credits. Use them to book hotels, resorts, rental cars, cruises, tours, and even airline tickets. We designed a system to reward people when they help others. With us, you're not just planning a trip, you're embarking on a mission to change lives. But wait, there's even more. Imagine earning income by sharing the news with other travel enthusiasts that there is a groundbreaking new way to book discounted travel and never pay retail prices again. Our new travel membership is not just a membership, it is an opportunity to make an impact. We have also included some other innovative features that will ensure our platform offers maximum benefits and stays at the forefront of travel technology. From our AI travel coach that will save our members time and create custom travel itineraries in a matter of seconds, to our blockchain software that will enable members to pay for travel by using their crypto to purchase reward credit that are accepted at over 1 million locations worldwide. With all the unique member benefits and attributes you have heard about, we know we have created something that will revolutionize the travel industry. So we ask you, are you ready to embark on this new journey? Are you ready to embrace a fresh approach to travel that empowers you, your loved ones, and your aspirations? We invite you to join us. Together, let's redefine travel. Let's redefine life. Your adventure starts right here, right now.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this deep dive. Today we're heading over to Austria,
Austria.
but not for the usual reasons.
No mountains.
Not just mountains.
We're Mozart this time.
Exactly. We're going beyond the typical tourist stuff and diving into eco-friendly travel in Austria.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, so we've got this great blog post from Wanderwaves.
I love that site.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's all about like travel tips and advice and all that good stuff. And this particular post is packed with sustainable tourism tips.
Cool.
Yeah, so we're talking about like really experiencing the real Austria, like, farmers markets and unique stays.
Like off the beaten path kind of stuff.
Yeah, and even learning about Austria's sustainability efforts.
Sounds like a plan. Let's dive in.
Let's do it. Okay, first up on the list is where to stay.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I'm already intrigued.
I'm listening.
The blog suggests that we skip the usual hotels
Oh.
and opt for either eco-lodges
What the
or
hell?
farm stays.
Farm stays.
Like, can you imagine waking up to the sounds of the countryside
Oh.
and like experiencing that Austrian hospitality firsthand?
I love that idea. And to make sure that your stay is truly eco-friendly,
Mm-hmm.
be on the lookout for the EU eco label or the Austrian eco label.
What is it called?
The österreichisches Umweltzeichen.
Oh, wow.
It's a mouthful, I know.
It is.
But these labels, they mean that the place meets some seriously strict standards.
Okay.
We're talking energy efficiency, waste reduction, even using local and organic products.
So it's not just like a marketing thing.
No. This is a real commitment to sustainability.
That's good to know. So you're not just getting a nice place to stay. You're actually supporting businesses that are trying to do things the right way.
Exactly.
All right, let's talk about getting around, because once we're there, we're going to need to, explore.
Yeah, how do we get from point A to point B?
The blog says ditch the rental car
Oh, really?
and embrace Austria's impressive public transport system.
Okay.
Think like trains winding through those picturesque landscapes.
Yeah.
Buses connecting those charming towns, and even trams in the cities.
It's giving very European.
Right. It's very, romantic.
It is. And it's not just about the charm either. This is where Austria's commitment to affordability really shines.
Oh, tell me more.
They have this amazing thing called the Österreich card.
What is that?
It's a one-price pass that gives you unlimited travel on all public transport.
Wow.
So you're saving money, you're reducing your carbon footprint,
Yeah.
and you're getting to experience the local way of life.
Talk about a win-win.
Right.
I'm sold.
Oh.
Okay, now it's time for what Austria is probably most famous for.
Let me guess, the Alps.
The Alps.
The sound of music.
Yes, the breathtaking Alps.
All those mountains.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, of course, the blog emphasizes leave no trace principles while you're out there hiking and exploring.
Leave no trace principles.
So for our listeners, what does that actually look like in practice?
Well, it's all about minimizing our impact on this amazing environment, right?
Right.
So sticking to the trails is really important.
Okay.
That prevents us from trampling on delicate ecosystems.
Yeah.
And respecting wildlife means observing from a distance.
Of course.
And obviously we pack out everything that we pack in. It's
Yeah.
about, making sure that future generations get to experience the same beauty that we are.
I like that. It's a reminder that we're just visitors
We're just visitors.
in this incredible landscape.
Ah,
All right, let's shift gears a bit to something that's always on my mind when I travel.
hit me.
Food.
Food. Yes.
Of course. So the blog raves about Austrian cuisine,
As they should.
right? And unsurprisingly, it emphasizes eating locally and organically.
Makes sense.
So I'm picturing farmers markets bursting with fresh produce
Oh, yeah.
and those cozy little restaurants serving up traditional dishes, but with local ingredients.
It's about more than just a meal at that point.
It is. It's an experience.
It really is. It's like, imagine, you're savoring a meal and you know that the ingredients traveled just a few miles from the farm to your plate.
Yeah.
You're supporting local farmers. You're reducing that environmental impact of long-distance food transportation.
Right.
And you're experiencing the true essence of Austrian flavors.
That sounds amazing.
It's the best of all worlds.
Okay. It's making me hungry just thinking about it.
Me too.
But beyond the culinary delights, the blog mentions some seriously cool eco-activities.
Oh, like what?
We've got cycling tours through picturesque valleys,
Nice.
eco-hikes,
Eco hikes.
and even sustainable skiing.
Sustainable skiing.
Now, those two have me intrigued.
Me too.
Tell me more about those eco-hikes and that sustainable skiing.
Well, cycling is huge in Austria.
I can see why.
Right. They have a huge network of cycling paths.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So it's like a fantastic way to explore at your own pace and really take in the scenery.
And the eco-hikes.
The eco hikes are kind of like guided hikes.
Okay.
But you're not just, seeing the stunning scenery. You're actually learning about it too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like the local flora and fauna from expert guides.
That's like an educational hike.
It is. It's about really understanding the delicate balance of those ecosystems. I love that. And what about the sustainable skiing? How are ski resorts going green?
It's amazing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So they're using energy-efficient snowmaking.
Wow.
They have waste reduction programs.
Oh, cool.
And some resorts are even powered by renewable energy.
That's incredible. It's like they're not letting any aspect of the experience go to waste.
They're not. And it's really cool to see that. I'm loving how Austria is incorporating sustainability into every part of the travel experience.
It's impressive.
It is. Okay, now let's get practical for a minute.
Okay.
The blog has some practical tips that anyone can use.
I'm all ears.
So they suggest simple things like bringing a reusable water bottle
Okay.
and reusable bags.
Got it.
Seems pretty straightforward, but Do those small actions really make a difference?
They do. They absolutely do. Austria is already making great strides in reducing plastic waste.
Yeah.
And when visitors like you and me join in, it really reinforces those efforts. And it sends a powerful message that you care about the environment, even in those little everyday choices.
I like that. It's not about feeling overwhelmed by the big picture.
Right.
It's just about focusing on the small steps we can all take.
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk souvenirs.
Fun.
Because everyone loves a good souvenir.
Of course.
The blog encourages us to skip those, like, mass-produced trinkets
Yeah.
and instead opt for eco-friendly alternatives.
I like that.
So what kind of souvenirs would you suggest our listeners be on the lookout for?
Well, imagine you're bringing home a piece of Austria that tells a story.
Oh, yeah.
Look for locally made crafts items created from sustainable materials.
So things with a little more soul.
Exactly. It could be anything from like handcrafted pottery to those, beautiful wooden toys.
Oh.
Each purchase is a direct investment in the local artisans and those eco-conscious businesses.
Yeah,
And you're taking home a memory that really reflects the values of sustainable travel.
I like that a lot.
Okay.
Okay, last but not least, the blog touched on something I think is really important, and that's carbon offsetting.
Carbon offs.
Now, for those who might not be familiar with this concept, can you break down what it's all about?
Sure. So we all know that travel, even when we try to be eco-conscious, still has an impact on the environment.
Yeah.
Carbon offsetting is about acknowledging that impact and taking responsibility.
Okay.
And the way we do that is by investing in projects that help counterbalance those emissions.
Give me some examples.
So things like reforestation initiatives, renewable energy projects, even things that capture and store carbon.
Okay.
It's about being mindful of the bigger picture and contributing to a solution.
I see. So it's not about erasing our footprint entirely.
No.
It's about making a conscious effort to, like, minimize it and give back.
Exactly.
Speaking of giving back, the blog's final tip encourages travelers to actually learn about Austria's sustainability efforts.
I like that.
So what are some unique and engaging ways our listener could do that?
Well, think beyond the typical tourist activities, right?
Right.
There are some fantastic eco-museums in Austria.
Eco-museums.
Yeah, they showcase all the different sustainable practices.
Cool.
You can find workshops where you can learn traditional crafts while supporting local artisans.
Oh, wow.
And there are even volunteer opportunities with organizations that are all about environmental conservation.
So you're really getting your hands dirty.
You are. You're going beyond the surface and gaining a deeper understanding of a country's commitment to a sustainable future.
I'm loving this idea of coming away from a trip with more than just souvenirs and photos.
Me too.
It's about taking home a new perspective and a deeper appreciation for the places we visit and the people who call them home.
It really is about, transforming travel into an opportunity for growth, both personally and for the planet.
That's a really wonderful thought. Well, it seems like we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive into eco-friendly travel in Austria.
We have, but we've got plenty more to explore.
We do.
As we've been talking about all these eco-friendly travel tips,
Yeah.
it's really striking how Austria has woven sustainability into every part of their tourism.
It's true. It's not just like a few random initiatives here and there.
No,
It's like a whole approach.
a holistic approach.
Yeah, and it's really impressive.
It is.
Like, even think about the eco-friendly souvenirs we talked about.
Yeah.
It's not just about, buying a thing.
Yeah.
No. It's about connecting with those local artisans, understanding their craft, and supporting those traditions.
Yeah, you're right. It's like a conscious exchange
You did.
that benefits both sides.
Yeah. And those farm stays,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's not just a cool place to sleep.
It's an experience.
It is. It's like you're really immersing yourself in this way of life that values connection to the land and sustainable practices.
And you're supporting it.
You are. You're experiencing Austria in a truly authentic way.
It's really cool.
It is. I got to admit, I'm getting some serious wanderlust just thinking about all this.
Me too.
It's so inspiring to see a country taking these concrete steps towards a greener future
Yeah.
and making it accessible and enjoyable for visitors.
Exactly. And it's not just about those big splashy initiatives.
No.
It's also about those everyday choices.
Like using public transport, bringing your own water bottle, being mindful of your waste.
It all adds up.
It does. And it sends a message to the locals,
Yeah, to other travelers.
to yourself even.
You're a part of something bigger.
You are. Speaking of sending a message, I'm kind of curious about carbon offsetting.
Yeah,
It's a concept that's getting a lot of attention.
it is.
But I think some people might be a little skeptical.
Sure.
Like, does it really make a difference?
Yeah, is it just us trying to like make ourselves feel better
Exactly.
without actually addressing the problem?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a good question.
it is.
And the truth is, there's a lot of debate around carbon offsetting.
Okay.
The effectiveness of different programs can vary.
Mm-hmm.
It's really important to do your research.
Yeah.
Choose organizations that are transparent about their projects and their impact.
So it's not like a perfect solution,
No, it's not a magic bullet.
but it can be a valuable tool
It can.
if you approach it thoughtfully.
Exactly. And like the main idea is to acknowledge that travel,
Yeah,
even when we try to be eco-friendly, still has an impact.
it does.
Carbon offsetting is about taking responsibility for those emissions
Okay.
and investing in projects that are working towards a more sustainable future.
So it's not about like erasing your footprint completely.
Yeah.
It's more about contributing to positive change
Yeah.
in a meaningful way.
That's a good way to put it.
And by supporting these projects, you're actually helping to drive innovation
You are.
and create a more sustainable future
For everyone.
for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, as we're talking about this, I keep coming back to this idea of Austria's like holistic approach to sustainability.
Yeah.
It's like they've really thought about every single part of the travel experience,
They have. It's amazing.
from eco-friendly accommodations and transport
Yeah.
to supporting local and organic food to responsible nature exploration.
They'll connect.
It is. It's like they've created this whole ecosystem of sustainable practices
Yeah,
that all work together.
they do. It's not just about being green.
No.
It's about creating a travel experience that enriches both the visitor and the country itself.
You got it.
It's really understanding that sustainability isn't just about the environment.
It's not.
It's about the well-being of people and the planet. It's about creating a future where both can thrive.
And it seems like Austria is leading the way,
They are.
showing the world that sustainable travel isn't about sacrifice.
No.
It's about enhancement.
Exactly. It's about showing travelers they can have incredible experiences
Yeah.
while still making choices that benefit the planet.
You know, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to go back to that thought-provoking question we asked earlier.
About what changes our listeners can adopt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's easy to get excited by all these ideas,
It is.
but the real challenge is turning that inspiration into action.
It's so true.
So for our listeners out
Yeah,
there, what resonated with you the most from this conversation?
what stood out?
What one small step could you commit to on your next adventure?
No matter where you're going.
It doesn't have to be Austria.
Right, because even the smallest actions can make a difference.
They can. It's about embracing the power we each have
Yeah,
to make a difference one journey at a time.
I love that.
And we're back for the final part of our deep dive into eco-friendly travel in Austria. I'm feeling so inspired by everything we've talked about.
Me too. It's amazing how Austria has really made sustainability such a core part of their tourism.
You know, it's so easy to get caught up in the logistics of travel.
Oh yeah, like booking flights and hotels.
Exactly. All the planning.
But this deep dive has really reminded me that travel is about so much more than that.
It is. It's about connecting with a place, its people, its culture.
And doing it in a way that's both respectful and sustainable.
And you know what I love?
What's that?
These principles can apply to any destination.
Totally. It's
Yeah.
not just about Austria.
Yeah. Right? Whether you're exploring like bustling cities or peaceful countryside.
There are always ways to minimize your impact.
Yeah. And make choices that are good for the environment and the local community.
Exactly.
So we're talking about things like choosing accommodations that prioritize sustainability, supporting local businesses,
Of course.
being mindful of our waste,
Of course.
being mindful of our waste.
And respecting nature.
All those little things add up.
They do. And remember, it's not about being perfect.
Right.
It's about making progress.
I like that.
Every step we take, no matter how small.
It all contributes to a more sustainable future.
It does. It's like we're all part of this big movement.
I love that we're all on this journey together.
Speaking of journeys,
Yeah?
as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with one final thought.
I'm listening.
Think about the places you dream of visiting.
Okay.
What kind of impact do you want to have on those places?
That's a good question.
How can you make sure you leave them better than you found them?
Travel really has this incredible power to transform,
It does.
not just the places we visit.
But ourselves too.
So true. So to all our listeners out there,
No, explore the world.
with open hearts and open minds.
And let's make our adventures a force for good.
And that's a wrap on our deep dive into eco-friendly travel in Austria. We hope you enjoyed it.
We did.
And until next time, happy and sustainable travels, everyone.